Today we will begin with line integrals. So when you talk about line integrals, one of the best examples for it would be the work done. So how is work done defined? Right. So work done. So we are talking about line integrals today. So work done dW is given by F dot dr. Right. So what this represents is the work done by a force F, right? F is the force on an object that undergoes infinitesimal vector displacement, right? That undergoes infinitesimal vector displacement. Okay, so this is your dW, right? The infinitesimal work done is dW. So the total work done would be, right? Total work done would be integral of dW along a particular path C, which is given by integral along the path F dot dr. So C represents a path. Okay. So this fact that we are integrating along a particular path and integrating F dot dr, this is known as a line integral. Okay. Alright. So here if you look at it, the force field, right? Force field is a vector and this can be given by Fx I plus Fyj plus Fzk, right? And R is a vector. So R can be given by xi plus yj plus zk. So dr will be given by dx into I plus dy into j plus dz into k. So when you write F, so finally W will be a dot product of these two and integrate it over the path C. Alright, so this is going to be your work done. So now let's look at examples and see how we can calculate the work done for different paths. Okay, so that would be our example. So the first question is, given F is equal to xyi minus y square j, find the work done by F along the paths indicated in the figure. Okay, so let's draw the figure. The figure is, okay, so this is 2, 1. This point is 2, 1. So this is the first path, then second path. This is first path, this is the second path, then this is your fourth path, and this is your third path. This is your third path. Okay, so the third path is a broken line. Alright, so let's look at this figure. So path 1 is a straight line, right? Straight line, and you have to find what that line is, right? So that will not be given to you. Just this point is the origin and the final point is 2, 1. Path 2 is a parabola. Okay, path 3 is a broken line via, what is this point? This point is not given to you, but you can imagine, right? If this line is constant for y, so this, and here x is 0, so this is going to be 0, 1 via 0, 1. And path 4 is given to you as, it's a line that is represented by x equals to t cube and y is equal to t square. Okay, so these are your 4 paths. So now we have to calculate what is the integral, what is the work done along these 4 paths, and let's see what we get. Okay, so along path 1, what do we have? What is path 1? Path 1 is something like this, right? It starts from 0, 0 and goes up to 2, 1. So if this is your x, this is 1. So if this is your straight line, what is the equation of the line? Equation of the line would be, you can just write it, right? So when x is 0, 0, y is 0, and when x is 2, y is 1, and this is a straight line with no intercept. So obviously the line would be, equation of the line would be y equal to x by 2. Therefore dy will be dx by 2. Okay, so this we have. Now what is w? W equals f dot dr along the path 1. Okay, so what is f dot dr? It is xyi minus y square j dot dxi plus dyj. So this would be xy dx minus y square dy along path 1. Right? This is what you are going to get. So now let's substitute for all the y, because we want to convert all of this into one. We want to convert all of them into one variable. Here there are two variables, right? So but we have the equation of the line, so we can convert to one variable. So y is x by 2. So you will get, and x goes from where? X goes from 0 to 2, right? X goes from 0 to 2. So you are going to get 0 to 2 x into x by 2 dx minus y square. So this is x square by 4 into dy dx by 2. This is what you are going to get. Okay, so if you compute this integral, you will get x square by 2 minus x square by 8 dx integral from 0 to 2. Right, so if you compute this integral now, right, by now you should know how to compute this integral, right? What is the value? Let x cube by 3 minus 1 by 8 x cube by 3, right? Zero to 2. Okay, so finally you are going to get, answer will be 1. Okay. what you have to do is you have to substitute first 2 in this function, and then do a minus, substitute 0. So anyway, wherever you substitute 0, it will become 0. So this will be only 1. Okay. Next is path 2. So what is path 2? Path 2 was a parabola, right? So we have from 0, 0 to 2, 1, but this is a parabola. So what is the equation of a parabola, right? So it goes from, x goes from 0 to 2 and y goes from 0 to 1, but this is a parabola. So you are going to write y is equal to x square by 2. Okay. So this is your equation of the parabola. So therefore dy will be given by 2x dx by 2, which is x dx. Okay. Sorry. This is going to be x square by 4, right? If you have x square by 2, you will not get y equal to 1 when x is 2. So you have to do x square by 4. Okay. So this will be x dx by 2. Alright. So this is your equation. So now let's compute w. This is going to be given by xy dx minus y square dy along path 2, right, which will be given by, now let's substitute for y. So we'll have x into x square by 4 dx minus x power 4 by 16 into x by 2 dx, and x goes from 0 to 2. Okay. So then we have x cube by 4 minus x power 5 by 32 into dx from 0 to 2. So now let's do the integral. Integration of x cube will be x power 4 by 4 minus 1 by 32. Integration of x power 5 would be x power 6 by 6. This goes from 0 to 2. So we'll have 1 by 16 into 2 power 4 minus 1 by 32 into 2 power 6 by 6 minus 0, right? So we'll get 1 minus 1 by 3, so this is 2 by 3. Okay, so W is 2 by 3. Now let's look at path 3. What was path 3? Path 3 was a broken line, right? So this is x, y, and goes here and then here. So passes, and then this point is what? This point is, so here it is 0, 0, and this point is 0, 1. So path 3 can be split into two paths, right? Let's call this one as path A and let's call this as path B. Okay, because this is a broken line, so you have to split it into two paths essentially. So this is your path 3. So let's see what is the equations or conditions for path A. So path A goes from 0, 0 to 0, 1, which means x is 0. X stays at 0, a constant. So dx is 0. And y goes from 0 to 1. Okay. Alright. So what is W? So we can split W. Then write W is equal to W in path A plus W in path B. So what is WA? WA is nothing but integral over path A xy dx minus y square dy. So dx is 0, right, for this path. So we are only left with minus path A y square dy, which is, so y goes from 0 to 1. So now you can put the limit. So 0 to 1 y square dy. So you will get minus y cube by 3, 0 to 1. So you are going to get minus 1 by 3. Okay, so this is your WA. Now what is WB? Right. So let's look at for path B, right? So what is for path B? So for path B, it goes from 0, 1 to 2, 1. So y stays at 1, which means dy is 0, right? Because y is constant throughout. And x goes from 0 to 2. Okay. Alright. So we can now do this. For path B, xy dx minus y square dy. So y stays constant, so dy is 0. So you are going to get xy dx for path B. So what is y in path B? Y is constant at 1. So you are going to get, and x goes from 0 to 2. So 0 to 2 x into 1 into dx. So you are going to get x square by 2 from 0 to 2. So you are going to get 4 by 2, which is 2. So this is your WB. So final W is WA plus WB, which is minus 1 by 3 plus 2 which is 5 by 3. Okay. Alright. Now let's look at path 4. So path 4 was given by some kind of a parameter which was t. So this is called a parametric equation. So the equation was x equals to t cube and y is equal to t square. So you are going to have dx is equal to 6 t square dt and dy is 2t dt. And the equations go from xy is 0, 0 to 2, 1. So when x is 0 and y is 0, then t will be 0, right? You can just check here. And when x is 2 and y is 1, what will t be? You can calculate, right? So x is 2t cube, so t is 1. And when y is 1, this is t square, so t is again plus or minus 1. But since t is 1 here, so therefore t will be 1. So essentially t is going from 0 to 1. So now you can write. So W is path 4 xy dx minus y square dy, okay, which is nothing but, now we substitute the values for x and y. So 2t cube into t square into 6t square dt minus t power 4 into 2t dt, and t goes from 0 to 1. Okay, so finally you are going to get 12t power 7 minus 2t power 5 dt from 0 to 1. So you will get 12t power 8 by 8 minus 2t power 6 by 6, which is 12 by 8 minus 2 by 6, which is 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3, which is nothing but 7 by 6. Okay, so this is your W for path 4. Okay, so now you can see that when we computed it for all these 4 paths, right? Let's go back and see what our paths were. This was our path. So this was our path. Okay, so these were our paths, and you can see what we got was, for path 1 we got the answer of 1. For path 2 we got 2 by 3. For path 3 we got 5 by 3, and path 4 we got 7 by 6. So what does this tell us? This tells us that the work calculated changes according to paths taken between the 2 points, right? Which means that the associated force field is non-conservative. Okay, so non-conservative essentially means that when you calculate work done because of this force field, the work done will depend on the path. Okay, so that is what it means by non-conservative force field. Now let's look at another example. Okay. Another example is, find the value of I is equal to x dy minus y dx by x square plus y square. Okay, along the 2 paths in the figure. Okay, so find the value of this. So what is the figure? Let's draw the figure. The figure is this is our figure. So essentially path 1, right? Path 1 is a semicircle. So path 1 is a semicircle, and path 2 is a triangle. And what are these points? These points are, this one is minus 1 0, this is 1 0, and this is 0 comma 1. Okay, so this is our path. Alright. So whenever you see a semicircle kind of a path, right, and if it's only two, right, it's only a two variable force field, right, because f is given by, so I is given by this integral. So let's compute what f is. So I is given by x dy minus y dx by x square plus y square, which is nothing but f dot dr, which means that f is xi minus yj by x square plus y square, and dr is dxi plus dyj. Okay. dxi plus dyj. So now let's compute the integral. So path 1 is a semicircle, and since the force field is only has two variables x and y, we can convert Cartesian coordinates to polar coordinates, right? So how do we convert this to polar coordinates? First of all, look at the figure, right? In this figure, if you look at it, the radius of the semicircle, right, this would be the radius. So the radius of the semicircle is nothing but 1, right? So we can convert it to polar coordinates. So what is x is equal to r cos theta, and which is equal to cos theta since r is 1, and y is equal to r sin theta, which is equal to sin theta since r is 1. Okay, so then you'll get dx is equal to minus sin theta d theta, and dy is equal to cos theta d theta. Okay, now you can get, right, so now let's convert. So now theta, because everything is converted to theta, we need to see how theta varies. So earlier x and y were going from minus 1 0 to 0 1. Now theta will go from, when it is minus 1 0, then theta is pi, and when it is 0 1, theta is 0. So it goes from pi to 0, from here to here, from pi to 0. Okay, this is your variation of the angle. Alright, so now let's compute the integral. So I is given by x dy minus y dx by x square plus y square, which will be, so this is along path 1, so this is going to be theta is theta is pi to theta is 0 cos theta, dy was also cos theta d theta minus sin theta d theta by cos square theta plus sin square theta. So you are going to get, this is also, you can take d theta common in the numerator, and you will get cos square theta plus sin square theta, which will cancel with the denominator. So you will get pi to 0 d theta, which means you will get theta going from pi to 0, so 0 minus pi, so this is minus pi. Okay, so the answer that you got was W1 is minus pi, or let's say this was called integral, right? So let's use the same notation. So I for path 1 was minus pi. Now let's see what it is for path 2. So what was path 2? Path 2 were two broken lines, right? It was basically this. So this is minus 1, 0. This was 0, 1. And this is 1, 0. And this is 0, 1. So path 2 can be split into two paths, A and B. So let's calculate for path A. Path A goes from minus 1, 0 to 0, 1, right? Which means y is equal to 1 plus x, right? So if you put x is 0, when x is minus 1, then y is 0, which is this point. And when x is 0, then y is 1, which is the other point. Okay, and therefore dy will be just dx. Alright. So now you can convert. So this is path A, which goes from minus 1, 0 to 0, 1. X dy minus y dx by x square plus y square, which is nothing but x dy is dx, so x dx minus y is 1 plus x dx by x square plus 1 plus x whole square, going from x goes from minus 1 to 0. Okay. So ultimately you will get, this is your I for A. So IA will be minus dx from minus 1 to 0 by x square plus 1 plus x whole square, which you can write as minus 1 to 0 minus 2 dx by 2x plus 1 whole square plus 1. Okay, and this is nothing but your tan inverse formula. So you will get minus tan inverse of 2x plus 1. This goes from minus 1 to 0. So you have to substitute 0. So you will get tan inverse of, substitute 0 here. So you will get tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of, substitute minus 1 here. So you will get tan inverse of minus 1. So this is nothing but minus of pi by 4 minus of minus pi by 4, which will give you minus pi by 2. So this is your IA. And similarly, what is IB? IB will be, you have to choose path B. Path B goes from 0, 1 to 1, 0, right? And this is a straight line. So y is equal to 1 minus x, right? When x is 0, then y will be 1. When x is 1, y is 0, right? So this satisfies that. And dy is nothing but minus dx. Okay. So let's put it. IB is x dy minus y dx by x square plus y square, and the path is 0, 1 to 1, 0. Okay. So this, so let's put, so dy is minus dx, right? dy is minus dx. So we'll have, and x goes from 0 to 1. So 0 to 1, 0 to 1, x into minus dx, and what, x square plus y square. So this integral is integral 0 to 1 x into minus dx minus 1 minus x into dx by x square plus y square. So similarly you can do, you will get 0 to 1 minus dx by, so instead of y we need to put 1 minus x, right? 1 minus x whole square. So we will get x square plus 1 minus x whole square, which we can write it as minus 2 dx by 2x minus 1 whole square plus 1, which is minus tan inverse of 2x minus 1 from 0 to 1. So this will again give you minus of tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of minus 1. So you will get minus of pi by 4 minus pi by 4, which is minus pi by 2. Okay. So finally your I is going to be IA plus IB, which is minus pi by 2 minus pi by 2, which is minus pi. Okay. So you can see that in this example, right, for this f, both paths gave the same work done, right, which means that this f is called as conservative force field, because this does not depend on path. Okay. Alright, and it only does not depend on path, but it only depends on the points, right, the lower and the higher points, or the point. So I'll give you a problem. Evaluate the line integral x plus 2y into dx minus 2x dy. Right, evaluate this line integral along each of the following closed paths. Okay, so what are the closed paths? The closed paths, first one is the circle, x square plus y square is 1. Then second is the square with corners at 1 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 minus 1. So you have to draw these things, only then you will understand what you need to do. Okay. And the third one is the square with corners at 0 1 minus 1 0 0 minus 1 and 1 0. Okay, so this is your homework problem.